Today I will be showing you how I painted this flower in watercolors. First, what I like to do is take an eraser to my pencil lines and erase them so that you can just barely see them. This makes it so that the pencil lines aren't visible in the finished painting. Then for my first layer, I like to go on it with a little bit of clear water. No paint on this brush, just working petal by petal. First, applying a layer of water, which helps the paint lay down smoother on the paper, making it so that your brush strokes are not visible. This helps create a very smooth wash of color that is easy to build upon. It is important to remember not to make this base layer too dark, otherwise you will lose the highlights in the painting. I really like to work petal by petal when I am first starting my watercolor projects so that I can get a little bit more control over what the water is doing. I also like to make sure that my petals are dry before I work on new ones so that all the colors don't bleed together and I can avoid getting a muddy, dull, runny looking mess. Then the layering process begins. I just started layering some more vibrant colors over the original base layer to help build some depth to the color and make them more vibrant. One way that I like to blend my watercolors is to take a dry brush and pull some of the paint into the next area to help the colors transition nicely. This helps me get a nice gradient effect between the colors, avoiding harsh lines in my blending. Now sometimes harsh lines are what I'm going for. It really just depends on the project. Another thing that I like to do, once I have a pretty good start on my flower petals, and I can see the shape of most of them, is that I then like to go through and outline them. In this project I was using a black micron pen. Now it is important to wait until the paintings are 100% dry before using the pen, otherwise the pen will not work properly, and if you are using a water-soluble pen, it will bleed into the colors on your painting. After the line work has dried, you can then start back with your paints. When I am drawing these lines, I like to think about the different thicknesses the line should be to emphasize the shape of the flower. And I also like to draw little lines for where perhaps a slight fold or wrinkle in the flower petal is to make it look a little less flat. This helps create a bit more dimension in the flower petal. I also just like how this looks. The last thing that I like to do when I am painting in this more expressive style is add some more fun splashes to the background. On this project I chose to do this with some metallic paints. An easy way to get these splashes is to get a small puddle on your paint and work it in the brush. Then I like to take another dry brush or something small and lightly tap the brush handle to get these splashes. I also took the white and yellow metallic paint and painted over some of the highlights on this flower. This creates a really fun effect when light hits the painting and makes the highlights even brighter. You don't have to do this, but it is an effect that I quite like. And that is it for this painting. If you like this painting and would like to see more of my artwork, you can follow me on Instagram or check out my website. Both the links will be in the description below. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.